Hello and welcome to another hiddenincatours.com video, all about lost ancient technology of Peru and Bolivia. The location we're at to start with is called Amaru Machai, which means the cave of the serpent. It's an Inca construction, but what are these strange cutout shapes in the background? Most people believe that this is quarrying, but that doesn't really make sense because you'll notice that there are no sharp 90-degree angles. There's always a curve where the horizontal and vertical surfaces meet. This, of course, is the cave itself. Well, this, of course, is the Inca part. But then, most people call this a quarry, but it doesn't make sense. You don't quarry stone like that. So that's why it's an enigma. This is a conventional quarry located in Italy. Notice the sharp surfaces and the sharp angles. Either cut using chisels to make a split or with a saw. And this is the end product. Again, notice the very sharp angles and uniform blocks. But this is not what we see at the location at Amaru Machai, and in fact almost anywhere in the Cusco area of Peru. This, by the way, is the Inca Trail that used to go from Santiago in Chile to Cusco itself. So the stone removal in this area is very puzzling. You can see cube-like shapes have been extracted from the limestone, but we can't find where the actual pieces went. These were used as tombs by the Inca in this case, but there are literally thousands of enigmatic surfaces that are very difficult to explain. So we're now going to approach another area with these interesting surfaces. You can see in the background there are some quite random looking in nature, and here you have a series of tiers, but again, this is not the conventional way that you cut stone. So is it possible that this is actually a place where the apprentices were learning to do megalithic carving? Certainly not a quarry. And here's a knob that looks like it's on purpose.
Again, and you're channeling high levels of energy.
So you think this is an experimental station?
Yeah. Teaching station to using the techniques they're going to master to use elsewhere.
That's the most logical, because most people say quarry, and it's like, you don't quarry like this.
Quarry, once you've found the location,
So again, somewhat irregular shapes of cutting, almost random like they were practicing. And now we've moved to a site called Kenko, where you see almost like tube drills have been employed here to cut the limestone. Also at the site of Kenko is quite an elaborate labyrinth that appears to have been naturally formed as in a crack, but then was shaped using some somewhat high technology technique. We were very fortunate on this day to have Cliff, who's an engineer from Australia, and he believes the technology that was employed to do this is beyond 21st century technology, a way to actually soften the stone through some kind of vibration, making it like plastic and not necessarily heating it up. And this is also my belief about what we're looking at. Now look at the surfaces of these walls. Why would somebody bother to do that? And what kind of technology was used? When we enter this little labyrinth or cave at Kenko, you'll notice a wonderfully shaped stone surface or series of stone surfaces used by the Inca for preparing the mummies of the royalty, but they certainly didn't make them or make these surfaces. And when we go back outside, we see more conventional work done by the Inca, but then there are these slabs of basalt, which are from a quarry 45 kilometers away. We're now starting to approach the major site called Saqsaywaman, with the largest cut stones in the Americas. This is called Little Kenko that you're looking at. It's on the way to Saqsaywaman. And at Saqsaywaman itself, again, we see these probably natural fissures that were caused by earthquakes, but then some of the surfaces have been shaped. And the question is why, by whom, and when. Very alien looking landscape, but again, there are thousands of these cut surfaces, and archaeologists cannot properly explain who made them and when. We're now entering a short tunnel at Saqsaywaman. Again, it was likely natural, created possibly by thousands, if not millions, of years of water moving through, but there are artificial surfaces inside. It is very unlikely that the Inca had the capability, though they maybe did have, to do the shaping. Would have taken quite a bit of labor. They used this as a ceremonial tunnel for the entrance into an arena-shaped structure located at Saqsaywaman. There in front, you do see actual Inca construction, maybe the whole tunnel as well. And then as we travel more into the Saqsaywaman area, we see this curious, what appears to be a staircase that looks like it was flipped over by some giant cataclysm in the distant past. And more of these fascinating surfaces. Again, no really sharp corners. Everything seems to be curved where the horizontal and the vertical intersect. It would appear that these surfaces are several thousand years old, thus older than the Inca, and this has been confirmed by geologist Susan Moore from Canada. I'm sorry about the wobbly nature of the video, but my so-called gimbal-controlled camera decided that it didn't want to work properly on this day, so I'm sorry for the video quality. And finally, we're approaching the largest cut stones in all of the Americas, the Great Wall at Saqsaywaman. This stone in particular has been estimated by archaeologists at weighing 125 tons. 12 feet of that stone appears to be underground. Just more amazing things to see with us at hiddenincatours.com. Thanks for watching.